Celtic festival in the city of Dayton. And I knew nothing about Dayton, and I now know loads about Dayton because it's got the largest free Celtic festival in North America. Is that right, Bill? And Nancy's favourite song that I sing happens to be the Loch Marie Islands.
Second special guest of the night up on the floor. We're having a special guest every set tonight. But before our next special guest, we're going to do a song a song that I want want you all to sing along to, okay? It's called The Final Trawl, and you all know it. It's got a beautiful chorus line, which simply says, "Sing haul away, my laddie, oh." You've all heard me do this before. It's about a fishing boat's last trip before it gets sent to Breaker's Yard. Written by Archie Fisher. This is The Final Trawl.
I will sing it.
It's been 3 long years since we made our pay. Let's hear it. Sing all away, my laddie, oh. Now the owner say she's had her day. Sing all away, my laddie, oh. So heave away, boys, for the final draw. Sing all away, my laddie, oh. It's an easy pull, for the catch is small. Sing all away, my laddie, oh. So store the gear, lads, and batten down. Sing all away, my laddie, oh. Now take the wheel, boys, turn around. Sing all away, my laddie, oh. And we'll join the venture and the morning star. Sing all away, my laddie, oh. Riding high and empty towards the bar. Sing all away, my laddie, oh. Now I'd rather be shot on the scary road. Let's hear ya. Sing all away, my laddie, oh. Glad to see her guns in the breaker's dawn. Sing all away, my laddie, oh. And when I die, boys, you can slow me down. Sing all away, my laddie, oh. In her trusty boat, where the breakers sound. Sing all away, my laddie, oh. Well, I fished a lifetime, boy and man. Sing all away, my laddie, oh. But this final draw scarcely makes a cry. Sing all away, my laddie, oh.
song, well sung. Okay, folks. One of the highlights of this whole weekend is going to be this next 20 minutes or so. I'd like to welcome onto the stage one of my great friends. I moved to Inverness 10 years ago now, 10 and a half years ago, maybe something like that. And this particular gentleman was somebody that I knew plenty about. Everybody within the Scottish folk and trad music industry knows plenty about this gentleman. And over those years that we lived in Inverness, we became very close friends and actually worked together very closely. And he happens to be one of the absolute finest fiddle players, not just in Scotland, but in the world. And I know many of you know him very well. You know of his band, the Blazing Fiddles. So please welcome onto the stage, Bruce McGregor. That's the set list going. It's awful.
No, the shirt's fine. Thank you. It's very nice of you to lend me your shirt, but underpants. I'm really nervous now after that introduction.
We did. I did ditch the shirt because I was feeling too warm, but Bruce did ask me to put a t-shirt on.
Look, I'll be honest. I've been doing a lot of other things today, and I didn't think this through. And my shirt and my tweed suit is still sitting at home.
I'll be too hot for that.
I'm glad I didn't put the tweed suit on. The last thing I need is tweeds in here. So we'll start one of your tunes, but I'll let you talk about it. I'm not going to start.
Over the years, I've written various bits of music, various tunes, and they've all been inspired by the people I've met or the places I've been to. And this first tune is written about an area just outside of Inverness, which I was brought up in. It's called Essach. And when I was a kid, I used to play up there, I used to run around and cycle up there and play in the burns and just have a ball. I absolutely loved it. And that's what really inspired the tune, because from up there you could see the Black Isle, you could see right out to the Murray Firth, you could see right across Inverness. And recently I went up there and they built an electric sub-power station up there. Yeah, it's unreal. It is absolutely. So, it's a dark minor tune, which means I'm really pissed off with what's happened. That's how angry I am.
What did happen this afternoon?
No, that was fine. Is that
Okay, no one. Beautiful. Wonderful piece of music. Bruce, would you like a dram?
Joe, am I allowed to
Oh, wait a minute. Say that again, Bruce. Actually.
Joe, am I allowed to drum?
Of course.
Just checking. It's always good to check.
That was the correct answer, Joe.
See, she's slightly worried. The Rugby World Cup is just about to start, and I'm going to start drinking whiskey, so she might not see me for 6 weeks. And let's face it, Scotland will only be in for 2 weeks, so it's not going to be that bad. No, we're not. We're going to win it this year, I think. France have just beaten New Zealand. That's our next way through. It's all written in the stars.
I suppose we should tell Simona and Joe Bruce that if Scotland do make the final, we're going in.
Not only that, Davey, I have actually been speaking to Joe. We are going to Germany. You, me, and Spud are going to form a supergroup, and Simona's going to market it, and Joe's going to do the admin and get it all sorted out, and we're going to write round all the venues that Scotland are going to play, and we're going to take over their pubs. Is that what you heard me say, Joe? Just checking.
Right, I'm going to sing a song next about a very, very famous fiddle player. Don't worry, I've not wrote a song about it yet, Bruce. This is about James McPherson. Woo! James McPherson from Banff. That's Banff in Scotland. Banff in Scotland that gave name to Banff in Canada. Of course, the Banff in Scotland is much, much prettier.
Have you been over there?
And James McPherson lived in Banff. He was a fiddle player. He was also a bit of a petty criminal, sort of thorn in the side of the authorities. And he made a few enemies in high places, and he got caught in the act of stealing a sheep. He was only stealing it, as far as I'm aware. But he got...
Stealing with intent.
But regardless of what he'd done with the sheep, he got sentenced to be... You're not laughing there, Catherine. He got sentenced to be hung upon the gallows, and there was huge furore about his hanging. He was very much liked amongst the local people of Banffshire. And there was a big campaign to save his life, but hey-ho, the day of his hanging came, and he took to the gallows, and there was a big audience there to witness his last few minutes, and he played a few tunes on the fiddle, and then he offered his fiddle to the baying crowd, and they all began to fight for it and throw money at him. So he elected, this is where Bruce shows us what he done, he elected to smash it over a rock.
Oh, I thought it was over his knee.
Maybe it was his knee, maybe then. So.
His knee was hard as a rock.
His knee was hard as a rock. And he threw his fiddle at the crowd, and he then jumped from the gallows, and he was gone. But as all this was happening, the High Court had overruled the local sheriff and had sent a reprieve on its way by horseback, but the reprieve hadn't yet arrived, and the local sheriff got wind of this reprieve, put the town clock forward, and McPherson was hung anyway.
Proof that fiddle players get a shit deal all the time.
These words were written by Robert Burns, Sir Walter Scott, and others. It's called McPherson's Rat. Farewell, ye dungeons, Arkansas. Farewell, farewell, Davy. McPherson's time will no be long. Up on yonder gallows tree, and say runs and leaves, say runs and leaves, say runs and leaves. Although, actually, I noticed I have broken a string there, so I'm going to let Bruce chat about the next tune. Have you got a long chat about it, Bruce?
Most of my chats are long, it has to be said. Over the years, I've been very lucky. I worked for the BBC doing travelling folk for many years. It was the kind of flagship programme for traditional folk music. And one of the things that actually really annoyed me about it was that they wouldn't play the likes of Davy. I didn't get to choose the playlist. The presenter doesn't get to choose it. It's one of these things that is done by people who are hidden in the background. And that kind of annoyed me. But anyway, that was besides the point. That was just something I thought I'd better add in. Because I had 10 years of doing that programme, and one day I got a letter from this lady who said, look, could you write my grandmother a tune? You know, she's going to be 80, and she's a big fan of Blazing Fiddles, and she listens to the programme every week, and surely that's penance enough to get a tune written for her. And so I composed this little tune, and the whole family came to listen to it being played in Stirling. Now, I don't know if any of you are from Stirling. You'll know what I mean when I say people there are pretty tough. You know, that's where William Wallace is from. And so I played this, I was all set to play this tune. Whole theatre full, and I could see the woman whose tune it was written for sitting on the second row with her whole extended family on either side, sitting with their arms folded. just waiting to see what it would sound like, this tune that I'd been commissioned to write for her. And I played it, and it seemed to go quite well with regards to the general audience. And then at the break, I went over to see Annie, as her name was, and she was in her 80s. She was about 3'2" high, and as hard as iron. Just looked at me and I said, did you like the tune? And she went, aye, it's all right if you like that kind of thing. Nevertheless, I'm going to play it for you tonight. Actually, it's a bit unfair. She did say she quite liked it. Yeah, it's just called Annie's Waltz. So,
You're getting the. Do you know what you're getting there, Bruce?
Go on,
You're
Jan.
getting the most famous Bruce in the world, as in the boss, Bruce Springsteen. Gets blues after all the songs.
Oh, man, it's so close to being booed.
So, Annie must have been hard to please, eh?
Well, she was from Scotland. It's a fairly bad start.
Have we got any fishermen in here tonight? One, two. Nick, Uncle Andy, big fisherman. You going fishing on Monday, Andy, aren't you?
Sure am.
Dunlop Kitty. Some other. Ian, you're a fisherman as well, huh? Yeah. This will be a song called Fisherman's Blues. Sung by the Water Boys. Goes like this. From bonds that hold me fast, and the chains all around me will fall away at last. And on that fine and fateful day, I'll take thee in my hand. I will ride on the train, and I will be the fisherman with a light in my head. You in my arms. Whoa, with a light in my head. You in my arms. Whoa. Fisherman's Blues. Thank you.
I was very, very lucky over the years with Blazing Fiddles to be invited to many great gigs over the years, like the Albert Hall, and well, we even played Buckingham Palace, but we don't talk about that actually. It was one of the band said it was a good way to see how the revolution would start. And we'd get inside it. So, anyway, one of the most bizarre things we were ever invited to do was go to Billy Connolly's house. And it was his birthday. And he'd invited all these superstars, and I've got to be honest, I looked around the room, and actually most of the people I didn't really know, because I don't really watch telly. But there we were, round the campfire, with all these amazing, amazing people. Billy Connolly early had kind of sat there with the banjo and played, and there was Steve Martin there, and there was Michael Parkinson, and at one stage, in fact, he'd said to me, "Don't be worried, just play as if it's a normal gig." And I looked up at the back of the room, and this is 3 o'clock in an afternoon, right? Sunday afternoon. I looked up at the back of the room, and there was Eddie Izzard dancing with Salman Rushdie. That's not a normal Sunday afternoon for anyone. And at one stage, and I am not joking, at the very front of the room was a very, very pissed Sean Connery. And he just got up, the first number started, and he just got up and he was playing imaginary maracas. And he started shaking his bum at us. I was like, oh my God, what is going on here? It was totally surreal. Anyway, at the end of the night, we were sitting there round the campfire. Billy had the banjo out, and a local guy called Johnny Hardy, who plays in a band called Old Blind Dogs, he was there, and he was singing this lovely Northeast song, and everyone was joining in the chorus. Now, there was an actor there. Now, his name has completely escaped me, actually. He was in Reservoir Dogs. Steve Buscemi, right? He was there. I don't have a clue. I have no idea who he was. But anyway, he was in tears at the end of the song, absolute tears. And he was going, "Oh man, this is the saddest song I've ever heard in my life. This is the saddest song." I said, "Oh, why is it so sad?" He went, "Well, Daddy's in heaven, Daddy's in heaven." I go, "What?" The song's called Tatties and Heron. It's completely true. I will dine out on that story for the rest of my life. Anyway, this tune is called The Big Yin, and it was written just after that event, which was, well, we went there twice, and each time it was utterly bizarre.
thing there, Bruce. We have got a strange little connection here. So you danced with Sean Connery, who was playing Imaginary Maracas. I have danced at Gay Gordon's with Sean Connery's wife. True, yes.
And how did you react to that?
He wasn't there because he was dead at the time.
What an excuse.
True story, true story. Myself and my friend Stuart McIntosh, who you'll hear perform with me tomorrow night, as part of Canon, we perform on the Royal Scotsman train regularly. And there was much secrecy about a trip we were doing with the train last summer, and we had to sign disclosure documents that we wouldn't speak about what we were doing and all this kind of stuff. And they wouldn't tell us who it was until the day of the gig, and it said, by the way, it's Sean Connery's family. And they were scattering his ashes around Scotland. Yeah, they were out the window of the train, they were going over Glenfinnan and all that. And we done a Gay Gordon's on the train, which is quite difficult on a train doing the Gay Gordon's. And I was playing guitar and Stuart was playing accordion. And Sean Connery's wife, whose name slips my mind, she's French Moroccan.
Mrs. Connery.
Mrs. Connery, Mrs. Connery. Mrs. Connery, who's about this height and about 97-year-old, came wandering up and took the guitar off me and got me up for a Gay Gordon's. And it was bizarre. I was really nervous and didn't want to trip up Mrs. Connery, you know, like, so there we go. Anyways, folks, we're going to do one more song together, and we'll let Bruce get back in a comfy seat. And me and Bruce work together very closely, day by day pretty much, every day of the week, with our Highland Malt Whisky Experience. Now, I know some of you in here have attended before, and some of you may be attending next week. We host Highland Malt Whisky Experience in McGregor's Bar in Inverness, and we began, 6 years ago? It was that long ago now, Bruce, actually, and we began with one night a week just to do this little show of whisky, songs, history, music, and me and Bruce hosted it as a duo in those days. And our first night we had 2 people. The second night we had 1 person. Remember that? She was from Brazil.
The Brazilian woman, yeah.
The Brazilian.
We actually said, look, would you like your money back? You can. It's fine. And she went, no, I want the show.
It was a tricky one, wasn't it?
Yeah,
It was a long hour and a half. But now we find ourselves doing 5 nights a week in McGregor's. Myself, Bruce, and again Stuart McIntosh helps us with that, and it's crazy. It sells out every night of the week, and it's good crack though. We enjoy it, and honestly, we don't drink 5 whiskies each night when we do it anymore.
What do you mean anymore? I didn't at all.
Did you not?
That's how the profits have gone. Bloody hell. No, it's absolutely wonderful. The number of people, because we do tell the true history of the Highlands as well, which is pretty dark, and particularly if you're English, it's particularly dark because we talk about Culloden, we talk about the clearances and stuff like that. And last night, an Englishman came up to me and said, "I am so sorry."
You said so, you bloody should be. So we're going to finish off with a wee song that is our kind of signature tune of the Highland Whisky Experience, and we wrote this a few years ago now, and it's called Whisky Nights, and it's just about getting home as musicians after a gig at 1, 2 in the morning, and there's nothing much else to do apart from crack open a bottle of whiskey, and it's about drinking whiskey in the small hours until the sun comes up. This is Whisky Night. So thanks very much for listening to myself and Bruce, and a big hand for Bruce McGregor. Midnight driving up the road, the moon shining bright, a few miles further and I'll see the city lights. The gig is done, the songs are sung, it's now about one thing. Let's open up the whiskey and let the bottle sing. So take the bottle out the box, throw the cork away. This'll never return, we'll see another day. Pour the dram glass from filler to the top, 'cause this is the sheet of angels and we cannot spill a drop. The crack was getting Cricklewood, and old man used to say, with a wee bit dram in his hand, we'd laugh the night away. But whiskey, she's a devil, if with her own hand she's lit.
adventure she has taken to the grave. So take the bottle out the box, throw the cork away. This old amber nectar will see another day. Pour the grand glass, compare to the top, 'cause this is the shade of angels and we cannot spill a drop. And the birds they sing aloud. The bottle she's empty, no ring left in the clouds. To bed I'll go, the beams will flow like whiskey from the glen. I'll wake up to a brand new day and do it all again. Clap your hands! So take the bottle and cross, throw the cork away. This old amber nectar won't see another day. Pour the grand glass, compare to the top, 'cause this is the shade of angels and we cannot spill a drop. So take the bottle and cross, throw the cork away. This old amber nectar will see another day. Pour the grand glass, compare to the top, 'cause this is the shade of angels and we cannot spill a drop.
Ladies and gentlemen, the one and all Mr. Davey Holt!
One more time, Mr. Dagger! Superb, superb. And folks, if you have a spare minute or two, or an hour or two this weekend, pop into McGregor's bar. You'll get a great... You will. You'll get a great beer, great food, and you may even see Bruce on the fiddle. That's the violin, actually. I'm going to do a couple more songs, folks, and then we will take our second break of the night. And I'm not doing many sad songs tonight, because it's not really a sad song gathering this, but there are one or two songs that you always ask for, and this is one of them. And it's a song I don't sing very often, because I only like to sing it when I've got an audience like yourselves who actually appreciate it and listen to the words and get it. Nothing worse than trying to do this song in a busy bar on a Saturday night when one person's listening. And it's a song written by one of Scotland's great singer-songwriters, Eric Bogle. Eric Bogle emigrated from Peebles in the Borders when he was about 17-year-old, and he went over to Australia. In the years that followed, became this iconic singer-songwriter. Many of his songs in the early days referring to the First World War, and this may be his finest ever song. It's called The Green Fields of France, also known as Willie McBride. Eric Bogle actually called it No Man's Land when he wrote it. It's all the same thing. Green Fields of France. Do you mind if I sit here and by your graveside and rest for a while 'neath the warm summer sun? some loyal hearts, is your memory enshrined. And oh, you died back in 1960. To that loyal heart, are you forever 90? Or are you a stranger without even a name, forever enshrined behind some glass pane of an old photograph, torn and tattered and stained and faded to yellow in a brown leather grave? Did they beat the drum slowly? Did they sound the pipe slowly? Did the rifles fire on you as they lowered you down? Did the bugles play the last post and chorus? Did the pipes play the blues or the chorus? The sun's shining now on these green fields of grass. A warm summer breeze makes the red poppies dance. The trenches have vanished long under the flood. There's no gas, no barbed wire, no guns firing now. But here in this graveyard is still no man's land. The countless white crosses in mute witness stand to man's blind indifference to his fellow man, and the whole generation who were butchered and damned. Did they beat the drum slowly? Did they sound the pipe slowly? Did the rifles fire on you as they lowered you down? Did the bugles play the last post and chorus? Did the pipes play the blues or the chorus? But I can't tell but wonder, no Willie McBride. Do all those who lie here know why they died? Did they really believe when they answered the call? Did they really believe that this war would end wrong? For the sorrow, the suffering, the glory, the shame, the killing, the dying, it was all done in vain. For Willie McBride, it's all happened again, and again, and again, and again, and again. Did they beat the drum slowly? Did they sound the pipe slowly? Did the rifles fire on you as they lowered you down? Did the bugles play the last post and chorus? Did the pipes play the blues or the chorus? Did the bugles play the last post and chorus? Did the pipes play the blues or the chorus?
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, folks, we're going to finish off this second set with a song that I know you all know, and I'm going to tell the story that I always tell the story before this song. Cast your minds back to the early days of the lockdown gigs, when we done a 5-night series of the A to Z of Scottish songs. And it was going absolutely wonderfully. We were doing a couple of songs with A, beginning with B and C and D. It's going great until I got to the morning of the last night, and I looked at the set list for the night, and I thought, shit. We've got X, and we've got Z. And I found a wee tune beginning with Z, which is called Zito the Bubbleman, which is a great wee tune that Fjallbeg played. I played on the mandolin, so that gave us the Z, but I didn't have an X, and there was nothing at all with X. So I thought, well, I've got two options. This was about 2 o'clock in the afternoon by this time. I thought, right, I can either forget about X, but I don't like doing that. So I thought, I'm going to write a Scottish song beginning with a letter X. And I did. And just in case anybody in here has not heard it before, I'm not going to spoil the surprise, okay? Right, so I'm going to sing it just for the surprise factor for one or two that have not heard it before. So this is now the only, and I know it's the only Scottish song in the letter X because it's actually been played in Radio Scotland a couple of times during their A to Z Scottish songs. Because, I got a phone call one day from Brian Burnett, and he's like, I don't know, he doesn't know me, he's like, Davy Holt, I said, he says, can we use that song you was written with the letter X? I was like, okay, so it's found its wee niche. So here we go, we're going to finish off this opening set with the song beginning with the letter X. Far away up in the Highlands, far away up in the north, amongst the splendour of nature, where man learns to find his worth, you'll hear a sweet sound carry o'er the mountains and the bends. You'll hear the haunting melody of xylophones down in the glen. Xylophones down in the glen, xylophones down in the glen. You hear the haunting melody of xylophones down in the glen. In the narrow streets of Edinburgh, below the castle walls, when the evening light is dying, a man you will hear call. He climbs onto the ramparts, his kilt billows in the breeze. Then he fires up the xylophone, the tourist spots a please. Xylophones on the castle wall, xylophones on the castle wall. You'll hear them play loud and shrill, xylophones on the castle wall. In majestic Fort Augustus, at the foot of that Loch Ness, a man you must be standing, his instrument he does caress. His music echoes sweetly after heather bells and rocks. It's Spud, the xylophonist, playing down beside the loch. Xylophones beside the loch, xylophones beside the loch. It's Spud, the xylophonist, playing down beside the loch. In romantic, what's the last verse? Over the blacksmith anvil, in romantic Gretna Green, many a fine young laddie has married his bonny queen. A strike upon the anvil after vows that have been said. Then the blacksmith takes his hammer and the xylophone he plays. The xylophone he plays, the xylophone he plays. The blacksmith takes his hammer and the xylophone he plays. Come on, let's hear you clap your hands everybody! Far away up in Highlands, far away up in the north, amongst the splendor of nature, where man learns to find his worth. You'll hear a sweet sound carry out the mountains and the bends. Hear the haunting melody of xylophones down in the glen. Xylophones down in the glen, xylophones down in the glen. Hear the haunting melody of xylophones down in the glen. Xylophones down in the glen, xylophones down in the glen. Hear the haunting melody of xylophones down in the glen. Thank you very much, folks. Xylophones down in the glen. Okay, folks, we will take a 20-minute break. And we'll be back for the final set of the evening. Once again, the merch desk, merch tables will be open, and the bar, of course, is open. Fill up your glasses, and I'll see you in 20 minutes. Thank you.